Hello everyone, welcome to the new lecture on the subject of marketing management special paper 3. As you know, we are discussing the topic of distribution management. In the first lecture on this topic, we saw what is meant by distribution management and what is meant by logistics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the important point, that is functions of logistics. As we discussed earlier, logistic is the management of the flow of resources between the point of origin and the point of consumption in order to meet some requirements of customers or corporations. The resources managed in logistics can include physical items such as food, materials, equipments, liquids, and staff, as well as abstract items such as time, information, particles, and energy. So, as I said earlier, logistic is nothing but managing the supply chain or managing the overall distribution of the goods and services from where they are manufactured to where they are sold. There are major logistic functions which includes: first, warehousing; second, inventory management; third, transportation; and fourth, logistics information management. So one by one we will see in detail what are these various functions. So function number 1 is warehousing. In most cases, one can see that the production of goods happens much earlier than their consumption. That is, goods are first manufactured, then transported, stored, sold through channel members, and then consumed. So, here in the very first function of warehousing, we can see that when goods are produced, they are not immediately sold or they are not immediately purchased by the consumer. Those goods which are manufactured, they need to be transported, they need to be stored in a particular warehouse, and then they are sold by the channel members like wholesaler and retailers to the final consumer. As a part of warehousing function, organizations need to decide on how many and what type of warehouses it needs and where. Warehouses are basically a place where goods are stored. So for example, manufacturer is situated in the city of Mumbai, but he needs to sell his products in other parts of the state. Like he may need to sell the product in Nagpur, in Pune, or in Solapur. So he will need to establish warehouses nearby the places where he needs to sell the product. So he will establish a warehouse nearby Nagpur, nearby Pune, or nearby Solapur, and from there he will easily be able to supply the products to the customers who are situated in those cities. Let's see what are the various types of warehouses. Number 1 is store warehouses. These are simple warehouses that engage only in storage of goods for moderate to long periods. Second is distribution centers. These are the warehouses that are designed to move goods rather than only store them. They are highly automated. So here the difference is that under first type of warehouse, the goods are only stored and then they are given to the next member in the channel, that is wholesaler or retailer. But in case of distribution centers, the work of distribution center is to distribute the goods in the various areas as per requirement. The second function is inventory management. Inventory management involves maintaining sufficient inventory or stock to suit the requirement of customers. Here, there is a trade off between maintaining too little and too much inventory. With too little stock, there is a risk that the organization may not have the desired goods when the customers needs it. On the other hand, too much stock results in high inventory carrying cost and stock obsolescence. Such both these aspects need to be delicately balanced. So in this second function of inventory management, one must understood that the manufacturer needs to keep balance between supply and demand. When he manufactured too many goods but the demand is not there, his investment or his capital will get locked in those manufactured goods. And secondly, if he manufactured less products, then he will not be able to meet the demand, and here he will lose his customers. Therefore, we have to maintain, as a manufacturer, we should maintain a good balance between manufacturing, between supply, and between demand. Many organizations today have reduced their inventory carrying cost by adopting just in time logistics system which enable the organization to carry stocks for as little as 3 to 5 days of operation. Number 3, next function is transportation. This is yet another important aspect of the marketing logistics function. Choice of the transportation carrier not only affect the final price of the product but also determines the delivery performance and the condition of the goods on arrival, ultimately affecting the customer satisfaction. In shipping goods, the main modes of transportation that are available to the organizations include road transport, railway transport, water transport, and air transport. So, you know very well about the function of transportation, and as you know, it is the important aspect of logistic. That is, with the help of transportation only, you can move the goods from one place to another, and here you can use various modes of transport according to your comfort or according to your budget and according to your type of product and also as per the destination. So these are the common four modes of transport that are available. For transporting the goods locally, that is within the state or within the country, we can use road or railway transport. Similarly, for transporting abroad or transporting into another countries, that is for export, we can use water as well as road transport. Number 4 is logistics information management. Information is a vital aspect of logistic management. Information can be shared as well as managed through a number of sources like email, telephone, or even through electronic data interchange (EDI), which is computerized exchange of data between organizations. Here, organization is connected to the supplier through computer networks, and change in the inventory levels of the organization can be checked by the supplier who can then replenish the stock. So in case of the fourth function, it is simply about managing the information about the logistic. So as you know, in today's world of internet, all the computers or all the information can be shared with the help of some software or internet or telephone. So for example, a wholesaler may immediately inform the manufacturer that whatever amount of stock is available is insufficient, or he may place order through email or through the software. So in the same way, all the channel members are connected, that is right from manufacturer to the customer, and in between wholesaler, distributors, and retailers, they are all connected with each other through internet and they share real time data. Many organizations have their suppliers to generate orders and arrange deliveries for their customer. Such systems are also known as vendor managed inventory system or continuous inventory replenishment system. So here one example we can take is of the online sellers, that is Amazon or Flipkart. These sellers, they also share real time data with their suppliers. So as a customer, when we place an order for a product online, immediately they give that information to the seller. What is the product, what is the quantity, what is the price, all these things are shared, as well as our address, contact number. These are shared immediately, and then that seller, when he receives that order, he immediately pack the product and sell it to the customer's place. So these four are the important functions of logistic. Thank you.